If you watched our last video, you'll know we ended things with the dreaded check engine light. This week, we tried to get it fixed. Try being the key word.
Oh.
What we thought would be a quick job turns into a month-long mission. Between garage visits and waiting on parts, we slowly slip into a new routine. Morning coffees, afternoon runs, evening swims, and even a much-needed haircut or two to lift our spirits. We make the most of some lovely park-ups around Killarney, explore what we can with a half-working van, and joke that we pretty much live here now. But honestly, there are worse places to get stuck.
My favourite time of the year. The van breaks down.
The mechanics recommended that we go to another garage because he said that they'll be able to get the part that we need faster. But what's wrong? Something to do with the sensors?
EMF sensor.
EMF sensor, whatever that means. And he's just going to get the guy to write down what the part's called, because I've literally rang about 7 garages and they're all like, oh, we don't do that part. And the last guy that I called was like, I've never heard of that sensor in my life. So I don't know whether we misheard the guy and are asking for the wrong thing. But yeah, it's sending me a bit mental. Like, I obviously don't really know anything about vehicles. We should definitely get better at this. I feel like it's something that we haven't really scrubbed up on, is like just the mechanics and the upkeep of the vehicle and just learning about it. So yeah, Andy's going to ask him to write it down because I think we might just be saying the wrong thing. What was the part called then?
The MAF, the mass airflow sensor, not EMF. That Irish accent gets stuck with me. Because even when he repeated it several times to me, I was just like,
EMF?
You keep saying EMF.
Just rang a repairs place and they're just trying to see if they can source the part. So for the meantime, we're just gonna go and take Otis for his walk, which is in that area anyway. And yeah, hopefully it's as simple as just swapping over a part. Andy's had a little Google and it looks quite easy to do, doesn't it? So he's gonna have a go at just like swapping it himself, and then we'll just have to go back to a garage for the diagnostics tool. Hopefully that's all it is and we can carry on as normal. We're just at the parts store waiting to see if they've got the sensor that we need. Success?
Here it is, success.
How much was it in the end?
117 euros. So yeah, here we go. Let's play mechanic. The cardboard's gone. Easy in it. Metal Lego.
What do we need to do now?
We need to go next door to borrow their diagnostics tool, if they don't mind, and give the ECM a reset if we can.
Cool.
And then hopefully that flashing light will go away.
I don't think it was quite as simple as we thought, sadly. Boo. So we're booked in with another garage in the morning and hopefully we'll get it sorted then. We've literally just driven like 10 minutes down the road. We obviously don't want to drive the van too far because the check engine light still is on. We're just going to chill here and then hopefully we'll get it fixed tomorrow and it'll be easy breezy and we can continue the trip, but at least we can park up in nice places. I'm just glad that the van's still driving and it's not a situation where, you know, we've broke down and the van's got to like stay over at a garage and we can't be in the van, because it's our home and obviously whenever anything happens to it, it always makes me a bit nervous, especially now that we've got OT. We'll update you tomorrow. Will today be the day that Peaches gets fixed?
It will. She will breathe again.
Tempting to put another sensor in. What's this sensor called?
The IAT, the internal air temperature sensor.
You don't sound very confident.
When have I ever been confident with stuff like that? Do that.
So you just got to drive around and hope that it goes, basically.
That's my sort of fix. I love that sort of fix. Just ignore it.
After being told to just drive around and see if the engine light would magically disappear, we decided to make the most of it. First stop, Rosscastle. Don't know whether you can see, but there's a little deer there. So surprise, surprise, driving around didn't magically fix the van. The engine light stayed on, then the weekend hit and all the garages were closed. Eventually, we got hold of another mechanic who told us we'd probably been given the wrong part. So, back to waiting. In the meantime, we figured we might as well keep exploring, this time on 2 wheels. We're going to end the day with a little lake swim. Oh, look at that little evening glow. Good morning. It's the end of the week now and we still haven't managed to get a part for the van, sadly. So essentially we now live in the forest in Killarney National Park, which doesn't sound too bad really, does it? We're kind of getting used to staying in one place. It's been quite nice to just like get a little bit of routine. Like we've been on more runs than we've ever been on. Well, we've been in the van. Popped into town yesterday and we actually knew our way into town and we were like, get this, we can just like walk into town, don't have to look at the maps. So yeah, it's nice to have that like familiarity in an area, and we are really lucky that there's just so many different walks here. I'm so glad that all of these issues are happening in the national park where it's just so big and we can still drive the van around. Today we're going to go into the town and get a coffee and a cake. That's like our new little treat that we love to do. But yeah, we're just waiting really. Hopefully another week, because it's the weekend again now, so the garages are closed. So yeah, gonna get back on it next week and hope that we eventually get something sorted, or else we're just gonna be living in the forest forever. But yeah, that's the plan for today. It's all good. We just got, this is like the waves of van life. I feel like you just kind of have to accept that it gets to a point where things break down and things are gonna go wrong. It's one of those, I feel like you have to kind of just like accept it, and rather than like being annoyed of just like, oh, we're like stuck in this place now. Yeah, just try and look on the bright side, eh? Good boy. We thought we'd be good and run into town. I'm slacking. I'm falling back. It's about We're really trying to get Oti into swimming. We'd love to swim with him, but ever since he's been young, he's just hated it when we've got in the water. So this is actually like really good progress that Andy's just in the water and he's just being pretty chill. But yesterday, for like the first time ever, he just went in on his own accord and swam for like quite a while. And we were just like, oh my God, he's just swimming. Like we haven't even told him to or tried to get him in with a stick, and he literally just went off and swam. But I just love it when he swims in the water. It makes me so happy. So cute. One of the only downsides to Ireland so far is that there's a lot of trails where you have to have your dog on the lead, and some even just like no dogs. But yeah, this trail we haven't seen a sign to say no dogs, and we've walked past a couple of other people that have got the dogs off lead, so yeah, we can have a nice run around, which is nice. Absolutely loves the forest. We're gonna go get our hair did.
About time.
The van may be broke, but we look cute.
But our spirits aren't.
We might still be waiting on the van, but with fresh haircuts, we're feeling like new people. Poser. So we headed to the park in Killarney town, probably the nicest park we've ever been to. Towering mountains in the distance and the kind of calm that makes you forget things aren't going to plan. There's literally a deer right there in the park. How cute is that? Then we followed the music into town. Grabbed a Guinness. And ended up in a pub with live music and good vibes. Peaches might not be fixed yet, but we're doing alright. Good morning. It has been a while. I think today marks almost a month of being in Killarney now, which is crazy. The good news is that the van's finally fixed. Celebration! So we're absolutely buzzing. We were like passed between like 5 different mechanics in total, I think. But the last guy, Gary's Garage, Gary is the man. He was just so good. I think it took us 2 days to get the van sorted, and yeah, now we're back on the road, which feels amazing. But before we go, there's just one last place we want to visit. So we did plan on finishing this video with an epic drone shot over the Gap of Dunlow, but the weather had other plans. Grey skies, sideways rain and not a mountain in sight. As for Peaches, it turns out the first sensor we got was wrong, so we had to track down a genuine Mercedes part, plus a few other surprises the mechanic found, and yeah, it wasn't cheap. But that's van life, it's not always perfect, things break, plans change, and sometimes all you can do is ride the wave. Still, every twist and turn brings us somewhere unexpected, and somehow we're always glad we ended up there. We're back on the road now, grateful, a little lighter in the wallet, but full of stories. Thanks to Killarney for being our home through it all. You were exactly what we needed.
I said I can't do anything less than $1 million.
Go. What am I trying to say? Fucking
hell, I'm cold. Fucking hell.
Island! Island! Where are we, babe?